Kenya chapter. The event is taking place at Saruva Stanley, and among leaders who spoke during the launch were Cabinet Secretary Professor Margaret Kobia and now Kenya leader Martha Karua spoke a short while ago. Let us listen to what they said.
It is a privilege to be in this space today, and I'll try not to go what has already been said. May I begin by congratulating the young ladies who have just left the podium at this moment. They actually give me hope, remind me of yesteryears, and give me hope because I can see there is fire in their bellies, and with fire to do this. May I say that the African Women Leaders Network is an idea whose time has come. Women of the continent cannot be able to leverage on their voices, on our numbers as women, and we are half of humanity everywhere, unless if we come together. If you look at the AU, it's a male club because all presidents, except an occasional one or two, are men. They do their best. They have passed very good things and resolutions in the past, but you cannot expect women's needs and agenda to be properly taken care of if women are not at the table. And if we are not at the table, then we've got to have a strong voice that can inform the decision-making at the highest level. That goes for our counties, our countries, and the continental space, and the international space. So this is a very important network. I was looking at what the network is focusing on, and it's focusing on SGD, Sustainable Development Goal number 5 on gender equality, and Agenda 2063, the vision of the Africa that we want. And I thought that it is important that we demystify what do we mean when we are talking about SGD 5. We know very well it's about gender equality. That needs no explanation. But what about the AU Agenda 2063? And I thought it's better that we know that it's the vision, the Pan-African vision for an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens, representing a dynamic force in the international arena. This is in your brochure. If it's going to be driven by its own citizens, women are half of those citizens. And therefore, we come together to leverage on this. Without
how complex it can be when you are just pursuing a certain target, things change. But we shouldn't be that agile so that you can be able to change with the changing times. So I thank you very much. P.S. Professor Sunda has now joined. She owns the program. We have had our commitment. So I think we are set to go to bigger heights and with also good results. The other reason why I came, I realized this Aline is very much aligned with the SDGs, and in particular goal number 5, and the AU, the Africa we want 2063. Therefore, we as people working in the space of gender, we don't have to struggle, because when you look at sustainable development goals, the targets in gender, in goal number 5, the targets in also the African we want in the 7 aspiration. We don't have to struggle to find what are our targets, what are we struggling with, what is in our context as Africa, what is in our context in Kenya, so that we can take those targets and their indicators to be able to measure progress. Because I think in this space of gender, we are many, and I am one person who believes in not in scarcity environment, but all of us have space that we can be in our abundance groups. We can be able to find a space where we can play. And I think this kind of a common monitoring and evaluation, so that we are not kind of struggling when we're reporting on gender 5 targets and indicators. We use a different framework. When we are also measuring for AU, Africa, on the 7 aspiration, the one which touches on gender, we have a different framework. When KEPSA is measuring what they have done in the space of gender, we have a different framework. But I would agree, this Aline now brings us a common framework to be able to measure the progress that we are making, because that's what we will be able to persuade that we have either made progress and which one of the progresses has got the greatest impact. I'm still sorting it out in my head because I don't want to repeat what has been said, but for me it was very important that Kenya hosted that particular retreat, which brought young women, very experienced women also who have been former presidents, and they were able to share experiences and decide one of the things they want to do is within a year to be able to launch a chapter in Kenya. In my view, I believe it is through the many chapters that Aline can be strong. The way the chapter in Kenya is going to perform, the way the chapter in Uganda is going to perform, now we have 11, now we are with the 12th one. These chapters are what will make now the Aline succeed, and being able to have one in Kenya, I think, is exciting, and we should have fresh thinking. What difference will Aline make that we are not being able to make? In particular, I am hoping we could have a program within Aline that engenders men as change agents. So that is a program we are working on, because research has shown that when we move without being very inclusive with the men or consulting them or hearing their views, we may be doing better if we had them. So I hope this Aline can bring a program that can focus. I know there are many other programs, he for she, but can we have a program even within that he for she that we are targeting men as change agents? Because anytime we make progress, we find, even at my level, at the cabinet level, I am asked questions that make me sit down and just wonder. I thought we have gone through that and finished. But I'm still being reminded as a cabinet, you are a woman, and for that reason, this will not work for you. So I think we have a long